It's an incredibly intense atmosphere as we wait to go racing. Conditions on the water out here really powerful. Awesome display of pure speed by the leaders at the moment, and the champions showing pure skill as they go down this run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you compare the TP52 2016 to, say, 10 years ago, they're really different boats. And these boats are so even in terms of speed. It's just a few seconds here and there. And the boats are just amazing to sail. When we started the Super Series a few years ago, this was a dream, and today it's really has become true.
We've had wonderful participation, very high quality teams throughout the season. I think this is a pretty attractive environment, whether they're sailing, whether they're shore crew, whether they're just watching and participating. I think this is a pretty unique class.
We are the forefront to sustainability, and we're living with the oceans, we're living with the seas, we're working with them. This is why we are here. So we cannot not respect them and respect the environment. So making a big effort to respect nature and respect environment is definitely part of our jobs.
It's more than a message. I mean, it's really been a change in lifestyle for all of the teams. Even just a year ago, the stacks of plastic bottles that were coming down to go out on the water all day were, enormous. And now there's virtually none. And that's just one part of all the things that are happening. It's really great to see.
We did 5 beach cleanups with the kids, and we removed 100 kilos of rubbish, and I think that's really important because sometimes the kids have much more influence to their parents than we have, and that made it very, very nice for us to see the smiles in the faces of the kids. Everybody was telling us, that the beach is very clean, and we went there and we found lots of rubbish, and no, it was really good, and now we have to do the next step.
My style of sailing is that we try to be like a family, always have dinner together and drink and laugh together, and just keeping the camaraderie up in the team is the best you can do for sailing.
It's easy to be friends and to be a crew when you're winning, but it's important to be a team when you have bad days.
We race really, really hard against each other, and we come back on the dock and we're all friends with other teams.
Yeah! Great stuff! Exactly.
That's what we try to succeed here doing in the circuit, is to fight everything we can in the water and then be friends on shore and spend time together and have owners' dinners and really look for this ambience that we like to have in the sport and in other sports as well.
This is pretty much a collective family here. It has become, an integral part of my life and Libby's life, and we're bringing Sam into it. And this year, Maria was gone for an event, and it just wasn't right. So when she came back, it was kind of emotional for all the guys on the team because she's part of our family. And, the group that works on this, the competitors, it's just been amazing.
The 2016 52 Super Series started in Scarlino in Tuscany, the pretty coastline there, witnessing the 52 class starting at maximum intensity. Scarlino was a new venue for the class and 10 boats raced, sailing 8 races, mainly in light breezes, moderate at times. Highlight of the week was probably the coastal race. It was immediately obvious that the standard had risen all the way through the fleet. Many more boats could win races, and it was much closer all the way through. And the coastal race broke up the diet of windward leewards, and in the end, Quantum Racing won on 23 points. Allegri got second and Platoon third. The return to Porto-Cervo for the Audi Settimana del Bocce is always a popular one. The sailors loved the looks, surroundings of the yacht club and a very pleasant ambience indeed. Peter Harrison's Sorsha joined the fleet for the first time in Porto-Cervo, and Quantum Racing, already the circuit leaders, welcomed back Doug DeVos to the hot seat, steering Quantum Racing. For them there was only the one wobble, and that was the first race, but after that they were back on song. The Mistral did blow through and curtail racing on one day, but otherwise Costa Smeralda dealt up a great range of conditions from 6 knots to a finale on the last day of 22 knots. And Quantum Racing were pushed hard. This time it was RAN Racing who only missed out on the final day. Well, the 52 Super Series Puerto Portal Sailing Week was another popular regatta and a great week of sailing on the Bay of Palma. The beautiful marina was celebrating the 30th anniversary, and the TP52 class were central to the festivities. Quantum Racing were bidding to win their third regatta in a row, and they marked their dominance by winning the coastal race. But here again it was obvious how different boats managed to raise their game for particular regattas. This time it was Brunello which came back from a poor regatta in Costa Smeralda to take third place, just finishing behind Azura, which finished second. And so then on to the Balearic island of Menorca and Mahon, the 52 Super Series visiting for the very first time for the 52 World Championships. A standalone chance to win the world title. And Mahon really did deliver on every front. Great conditions on the water, light winds, strong winds, big waves at times, and a fabulous venue everyone wants to return to. Quantum Racing were absolutely on fire until their momentum was drenched by a black flag, just at the point that Azura were starting to win races. And so a great finale ensued on the final day, and it was Quantum Racing who came away with the world title. Azura took second overall, and Ergen Imre's Preveza took third. The 52 Super Series returned to Portugal to Cascais for the season finale for the EGNOS 52 Super Series Cascais Cup, with 10 boats competing. Azura made a bold statement straight off the bat, winning twice on the first day. A Wednesday was washed out with big squalls and very unsettled breezes. Then Brunello went on and won race 3, with Azura keeping up the pressure, finishing second. Thursday, that's 2 days from the end of the season, Quantum Racing clinched the 52 Super Series title for 2016. But their celebrations remain on ice. They still have a job to do, looking to win all of the regattas of the season. But it all goes down to the final day. Azura lead out onto the last races by 5 points ahead of Quantum Racing. And it was a great finale in the end, 10 to 13 knots of breeze through the day. Quantum Racing won the penultimate race of the season, but Azura took the regatta title, denying Quantum Racing their 5 in a row. And that battle for the third step in the podium overall for the season, well, it swung back and forwards between RAN Racing and Preveza, but in the end it was RAN Racing. Nicholas Enstrom, best owner driver from the season. I don't think there's any doubt that Quantum Racing hurt all the way through last winter, having come second to Azura, and they really raised their game in every department. There was no stone unturned, and they worked ever harder, and they're rewarded with wins straight away from Gastra Palma Vela into the first regatta of the season in Scarlino, and then all the way through until winning the World Championships in Mahon, and really the benchmark team of the season. So the season standings, top of the table, Quantum Racing on 140 points, second Azura on 199 points, Ran Racing on 241, Platoon on 245 and Pravetsa on 248 in fifth. Well, that's it, a fantastic 2016 52 Super Series, 5 regattas, 5 great regattas, and Quantum Racing winning out in the end quite comfortably. Anyway, it's October, it's Portugal, the winter is coming fast and there's only 12 weeks for me to get to Key West.
Race committee, this is Quantum Racing. Just want to thank you all for a great regatta and a great season. Looking forward to next year.